Hello guys, how's it going? Moses here with another video guide for you. Today, Wizard and a special Wizard build, the Support Wizard build. That's right, Support Wizard. This build comes to replace Barbarians in Greater Rifts. Replace barbarians? Oh my god, Moses, that is outrageous. You're right, it is. Basically, I'm sick and tired of barbarians, being the only powerhouses in this patch. And like to be honest, I don't really care that much. What I do care is my wizard. I do care about my wizard, and I realized the past 2 weeks I achieved 1K Paragon points, and I got this 1K Paragon points. Um, and like I've only been farming with the barbarian. So I thought it's about time to start like coming up. Like the frustration is real. I want a wizard build that I can grind Greater Rift 68, 69s, 70s for experience. Just like I'm running with the Hota Barb, and just like there's like support barbarians. So I thought I'll try and I'll make a wizard build that will allow me, hopefully, to run with a group. The build takes a lot of convincing because people just want to run Hota supports because they're available, everybody knows them, and everybody's been grinding with them in the last 1000 Paragons. So it's going to be very, very hard for you to try and convince your teammates to run with you. It's even going to be much harder if it's times like now where the servers are lagging. When they are, we have a big problem finding groups because like servers are lagging and people die and they blame your wizard. It's not your wizard, it's because the servers right now have a problem. Hopefully next Wednesday we're going to get like the lags fixed, and hopefully we'll be able to run this build beautifully, and hopefully you're going to see this on stream from now on, because honestly I'm kind of tired of barbarians, and I'm tired of gambling my blood shards on my barb, and I'm tired of finding barbarian loot when I could start improving my wizard and start pushing Greater Rift solo. That's the entire goal of the season for me. I just want to play wizard. So, okay, after 2 minutes of normal barbarian frustration compared to wizard, or wizard frustration compared to barbarian, we can start talking about the build. Sorry about the long preview, but it was necessary. I need to let it out, all the steam. So there you go. This is the build for you, my friends. The build is not complete because I do have a Hellfire Amulet that possesses Cold-Blooded, which is of course very important. So basically, what happens is very simple. This is a support wizard. Your entire purpose is to buff the barbarian in your group, to buff the exploding palm monk in the group, to be able to do as much damage as possible, to down the monsters as fast as possible. You also provide a lot of control, you also provide a lot of CC, and you provide a lot of clearing of all elemental stuff with this beautiful spell. The Black Hole Event Horizon will pull enemies towards it, and as well the Event Horizon rune will eliminate all the molten explosions, all the frozen explosions, all the frozen pulse, every elemental arcane, plague, every elemental crap that's on the ground from the elites, it'll all go away. And you're stacking cooldown reduction on the build. Naturally, cooldown reduction is your go-to stat on every single item. You want maximum cooldown reduction. So yeah, so that you can spam this thing on the regular, so you can spam it as much as possible. Your fractures, your teleport fractures, will also cast a couple of these black hole to give you even more control. Slow time with exhaustion. That's the rune I choose because fractures do inherit the exhaustion rune. When they do cast slow time, it will be the exhaustion rune. We can go to a random place. Drawn Temple. Festering Woods is my favorite. Let's go there. It's not it's so random. But yeah, basically when you cast a teleport, a couple of these guys will show, and they will proc, as you can see, double bubble and double event horizon. Alright. And as well, yeah, they'll cast all your spells. That's what they do. So they'll proc everything. And they inherit the rune. Gale Force does two things. First of all, it's the fire spell with which you add 5% elemental exposure stack to monsters, and it goes a long way. It has good AoE, you know, and you can pretty much spam it when and it goes like it pretty much it hits everything, and you can spam it when there's huge density. So it gives you the 5% from elemental exposure, and also enemies take 15% increased damage. That allows the Hota Barbarian to deal 15% extra damage from his Hota because they're all using the Smash, which is a fire rune. So 15% extra damage to the Barb just from that alone, and 5% elemental exposure stack. That's the fire. Teleport Fracture goes a long way to both cast slow time and elemental exposure, and Event Horizon Black Hole. Event Horizon Black Hole mandatory for the build. Slow time. The slow time rune. Oops. Mistake. The slow time rune will use all slow time runes. So, I mean, slow time spell will use all slow time runes because you're using Crown of Primus, so you get the time shell. Double slow on monsters, kind of less important to be honest. It does reduce the cooldown, never noticed that. I always thought it's a double slow. But either way, you get the time shell, you get the exhaustion, enemies deal 25 less damage, so it's a debuff. Barbarians do give 50% with ignore pain, and we give 25%. Time warp, enemies caught in the bubble will take 15% more damage, so it's another damage buff to monsters. Enemies enter or leave get stunned, so you get more control, and stretch time, 10% more attack speed to the Hota Barbarian smashing his stuff, and this is an extremely strong buff. So slow time is massive when it comes to buffing the damage of your group, and also of course exhaustion. You get the toughness there. Other than that, Frost Nova with Bone Chill will be procced all the time because you constantly be taking damage, and with Halo Ring, you guys already know the combo of Halo and Ancient Parthen Defenders. The Halo Ring will cast the Frost Nova whenever you take 10% damage of your life in damage, right? So that pretty much happens all the time. So the Halo will proc a Frost Nova that inherits the rune Bone Chill, so enemies will take 33% more damage. As well, for each stunned enemy, the Ancient Parthen Defenders will drop damage taken to you only, not to the entire party, right? So you just need that for survival for yourself. Okay, what didn't we go through? Pretty much, yeah, of course you have to have crystallized frost armor. So yeah, you gotta get that as well, naturally. You will also get a stack from cold. Bone Chill does deal damage. It doesn't say so on the tooltip, but Frost Nova does deal damage, and it applies a cold stack. So basically you got the cold, you got the arcane, and you got the fire. There's no way to integrate lightning in the build, no way that I can think of. If you guys think of a way to integrate lightning, please let me know in the comments below, because I've been thinking and I couldn't find a way. So basically elemental exposure will give you maximum of 15% while running with experience gear. Okay, and it's important these are experience runs, so we want as much experience as possible. Of course we could use the Delzirs, and then we get all slow time, like slow time deals damage over time, and then we could use lightning on our bracers, so slow time will deal damage as lightning, and then we could proc elemental exposure. That's an option. I thought about it, but of course you need all the Delzirs, and then you give up all the XP. So that's completely non-viable for the additional 5%. But if you guys find a way to try and integrate this with all the experience items, please let me know. Alright, so I guess that's pretty much it when it comes to the build. Every skill is explained. Evocation, self-explanatory, cooldown build, illusionist. What is there to say? Conflagrate for increased crit chance for the Gale Force, and elemental exposure. Already talked about that, as well as passive cold-blooded. I think that getting Hellfire Amulet for the build is necessary, very very essential and necessary. You need one of these five passives on your amulet. It's either Conflagrate, Illusionist, Elemental Exposure, or Evocation, or cold-blooded. One thing you could drop, arguably, is conflagration, because the barbarians usually run without even knowing they run 100% crit chance. So this is one that you could drop, and if you drop that. And you don't have a Hellfire Amulet, that's fine. But if you drop that and you do have a Hellfire Amulet, you can grab another skill like Blur. You can grab another skill like Astral Presence. These are pretty much the only skills that you could grab. But for me, I go for max buffs for the party. I go with Conflagration. Yeah. So these are like the alternatives that comes to mind. Again, if you have more ideas, please let me know. I came up with this build yesterday at work. I had 8 hours and I was sick of barbarians. You know, I was just freaking sick. And I was like, okay, let's think. What can we do? Can I equip this while wielding that? Can I do Borns and all this combo? And apparently I can. So I can get max experience gear. And I will show you now the gear. So I'm not running Ring of Old Grandeur. I do have 3 pieces of Borns. Important to get cooldown reduction on every single piece possible. Other than that, you should, I did not do that, but you should craft with a strength character so you can get armor. Okay? You want to get armor, and naturally you'll get a lot of intelligence from paragons, and yeah, from like variety of like items, so you'll get a lot of intelligence, but you also want to get strength for armor. A kind of mix and match of items to be able to balance 1 to 10 armor all resist, or all resist armor, will be good. So if you can get like 1500, if you can get like 1500 resistances with 15,000 armor, you're in a good spot. So yeah, let's take a look at the items. Cooldown reduction, boots with just toughness. These boots got strength on them. Okay, and that's actually, yeah, the Born. This is one Born. This is Born number 2. I was lucky to get an Ancient. This is Born number 3. I was lucky to get an Ancient. So Intvit, armor over here would have been strength. Would have been better if it was strength. But again, you do what you do. And like survivability wise, I got a lot of toughness. I got a lot of HP. I don't die. You know, I don't die. It hardly ever happens. So survivability wise, I'm covered. Ancient Parthian defenders do such great work, and with such high HP pool and good armor and all resists, I mean, it's really making it hard for me to die. So yeah, you get Borns for the experience bonus and cooldown reduction, very very important. As well, 15% life. This set is perfect for supports, right? So you get the 1, 2, and 3. You get Canes for well, the same stuff: cooldown reduction, toughness, and experience bonus, 50% experience bonus. You get the Canes. These are non-ancient pieces. They do have strength though, and well, that's the one that I rolled. I could craft better ones. Critical hit chance is important in the build. You need to have, in my opinion, around 40%, somewhere around 35-40%. Like, of course, you're not going to be making any damage, but it's important that you crit in order to proc Arcane Power on hit, which will refill your pool and allow you to cast more Gale Forces Twisters, because these cost a lot, as you can see. So these were the gloves, canes on pants and canes on boots. The helm, Arcane Power on crit, Intvit, or armor vit or percent life vit. I believe that int, I mean, it does give me about 90 all res, which is pretty nice. Um, and of course, you get the barbarian buff, impunity or whatnot, so you get additional all res. So, of course, yeah, that's pretty good. But like Intvit all res and I mean Intvit and Arcane Power and Crit is good here. A secondary resist would be like perfect. Basically, you just want to stack as much toughness so you never die. That's like the idea as support in general. I think you already know that. But yeah, it's important to get the Arcane Power and Crit. Here I wish you could roll the average damage into Vitality, but instead I rolled the Intelligence for Vitality. It doesn't have to be Tarwasha's. Uh, it doesn't do anything. Like the damage from the meteors, I happen to have Tarasha's belt that is just an ancient roll top toughness, and I use it, right? But it just happens to be my best toughness belt. I don't have a better offhand that also have max cooldown reduction and vitality. That's pretty much all I can get. So basically, you want here cooldown reduction, vitality, and crit chance maximum as max you can get. And yeah, max arcane power is also very important. It's not very important, but it's a good thing to have 12 more arcane power because you will cast these gale forces and they will consume your arcane pool. Yeah. When it comes to the ancient Parthan defenders, I had one that I found on my barb. Of course, all I've been doing is farming with my barb, so there you go. These canes also I crafted for my support barb build guide that you've seen probably before. On the amulet, I crafted with my barb, I crafted this amulet and it rolled strength. Excuse me, I crafted with my wizard a strength amulet. And I got strength and then a wizard passive because whenever you craft a Hellfire Amulet, the passive will be determined by the class that crafts it, but you can roll different main stats, and that's what I did. You can roll Strength, you can roll Intelligence or Dexterity on a Wizard, and you'll still get the Wizard passive. So I chose to go to Strength. I got Strength Vit for armor and max life, and then I got cooldown reduction. Socket is guaranteed. Perfect roll would be an ancient one with 1k, 1k, and then cooldown reduction 8, and then a secondary resist with one of the passives that you need. But I think this is definitely sufficient. I'm not gonna craft anymore and improve this. No way. What didn't we go through? The rings, yeah. So for the rings, we got cooldown reduction, strength vit, lightning resist, and experience bonus, Leoric Signet. Not perfect, missing 3% XP. Hopefully I'll find one that I could replace for the additional XP. Over here, Hellfiring with Vitality, Life Regen, cooldown reduction. I don't remember, I think it was average damage. Instead of the cooldown reduction, I had to roll it off. But basically, you want toughness here. So Vitality, percent life, or even Vitality crit chance and then cooldown reduction. So either one. And this one is an ancient roll. It's got the secondary resist, pretty cool. Lightning, sure, whatever. I'll take that. Maximum experience roll. It always rolls 45%. You really want that. That when it comes to the gear, I believe I've shown you guys everything. And with the cube, I'm using Halo of Arlis, of course. Leoric's Crown to double the effectiveness of the gem, which I'm using. Experience, of course. And Gesture of Orpheus to reduce slow time cooldown by 40%, so I could spam it. And spam it again. This is my wizard build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Basically, what you gotta do is just go and spam your skills. It kind of reminded me when I first started playing it, you just spam your skills. You see, oh, I did not talk about legendary gems. Okay, let's talk about legendary gems. Not much to talk about. Standard stuff. Ice Blink will make your cold spells apply a chill effect. That will, and the secondary passive will gain 10% critical hit chance to that enemy. Right? So this, wow, that radius. Oh my god, look at that radius. Pretty good. Pretty good. So, the Frost Nova will allow you to get the chill effect. And the Ice Blink will allow 10% extra crit chance against enemies that are chilled. I'm pretty sure that these gems stack, and then if the support monk have another one and he uses whatever cold stuff, then it's 20% chance to get critically hit. But you could correct me if you think I'm wrong. Yeah, so that's the Ice Blink. Efficacious Toxin for additional 10% extra damage, the level 25 to monsters that are poisoned, and since you're always dealing damage, kind of like everything is already poisoned, and they'll get 10% extra damage from all sources. This definitely stacks with other efficacious gems in the party. And third is Gogok of Swiftness, which will give you more cooldown reduction. My cooldown reduction right now is 67%. It is 64.6, but when I'm in a place, let's get in a place, and I'm attacking stuff, let's attack stuff, the thing procs, and at maximum stacks I got 69.92, which is 70%. I can get up to 75% or so if I change my gem to a cooldown gem with Leoric. But I won't do it because I'm running experience. There you go. So that was the build. The gameplay, again, you just gotta keep casting teleport so that your fractures will provide more control. And yeah, be careful whenever you spam. Like, you need to check. I need to be more aware. Playing, you gotta understand. Like, playing with a support wizard is different than a support barb, because you don't have Ignore Pain, which gives you freaking immunity for you and for the whole party to freaking frozen and pull and like knock back and what the fuck. But yeah, it's so broken, so broken. Barbs are so fucking broken. But let's leave that aside. Okay, we're not here to hate the barbarians. We're not. But as a wizard player and as a wizard's friends, you know, if you play with other people in your party, you got to make them understand you don't have Ignore Pain. Okay, so forget about that. You don't have immunity to frozen. You don't have immunity to crowd control. No. So you gotta be paying attention. You gotta be looking at the monster's affixes. You gotta play the game. You gotta game the game. You gotta master it. Fuck that shit. You know? So pay attention to monsters' affixes. Fire chains, run away. Okay? Because you cannot just stand there and hammer and tank. Greater 68, 69, fire chains will kill you. Will one-shot your entire party. So just run away. Skip it. Like you skip Arcane in a barbarian group. The beautiful thing is that with a wizard, you don't need to skip Arcane, because these fractures will cast 2 Event Horizon. With any luck, they'll pull one of the Arcane beams. And you should be paying attention, and you should be like close attention and see where you should like carefully put your Event Horizon black hole, because these will pull all the Arcane beams. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed the video. This is the build. Please let me know what you think. Fuck barbarians. And thank you guys for watching. And I hope to see you next time. I'm just kidding. I love barbarians. Fuck that. I have a Paragon. I have like a near perfect freaking look at her. I mean, what is this gear? Ancient freaking thing with 6 crit and what the hell? Look at this freaking amulet. I mean, how can I hate barbarians? Look at this amulet. Look at this, like I got ancient on every slot. Look at this fucking chest. My barbarian gear is crazy. I need some percent left there, I know. But like I got some good gears, you know? I got some good gears. Look at these boots. I mean, people would kill for these boots. I love barbarians. I just want to play my wizard more. That's it. That's all. Is that so wrong? Is that so wrong, Blizzard? Yeah. So after watching my barbarian gear, and yeah, I mean, I did farm 1k Paragon with my Barb. I cannot be such a barbarian hater. I've played with them, they're fun, but I just want to integrate wizards, you know, and yeah, it's going to take a lot of convincing. Your friends will not will not be so easy to farm with you as a wizard. They'll be non-believers. Trust me, I left my clan because my clanmates weren't even supportive of me playing wizard. I was like, "Hey guys, come hang out with me. Let me test the support wizard." And they were like, "Nah, it's not gonna work. You know what? Fuck that. Rip clan. I don't care. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna play my own thing. I'm gonna do my own thing, and I hope that you can. I hope that you guys can do that too. You know, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I hope. I really think that this wizard build is good for 67, 68. I really do. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. Honest, I wouldn't be doing it. Like, I want to farm experience efficiently, and this build gives you all the experience that you can get from a normal support barb, I believe. So, yeah, on that front, we got that covered. Anyways, I'm gonna finish this video for today because, like, it is kind of getting pretty long. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. Tell me what you think in the comments below, guys. Tell me what you think. Bye for now. Love you all.